What if I told you a single concert tour could change the way we think about live performances forever? Not just a tour, it's an unstoppable force, pulling millions of people together and rewriting the rules of entertainment. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour isn't just about music, it's about making history in a way no one else ever has. And if you stay with me till the end, I'll reveal the one move Taylor made that no artist dared to attempt, one that sealed her status as unstoppable. Taylor Swift has always been larger than life, but with the Eras Tour, she's redefined what's possible for an artist. From the scorching heat of Arizona to the icy winters of Canada, this tour didn't just span continents, it became an experience that fans would cross oceans for. You've probably heard the headlines about record-breaking ticket sales or billion-dollar earnings. But those numbers don't tell the real story. What makes this tour so unforgettable? Why do fans call it the most joyful and powerful performance they've ever witnessed? Here's a hint. It's not just about the music. It's about the magic she creates, the connections she fosters, and the unshakable bond she's built with her audience. And trust me, by the time we're done, you'll see why this tour isn't just an event, it's a cultural shift. Stick around because the best-kept secret about Taylor's Eras Tour is coming, and it's something even the biggest Swifties might have missed. It wasn't just a tour, it was an unstoppable movement. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour became a worldwide phenomenon unlike anything we've ever seen. Over 21 months, she performed 149 shows across 5 continents, each one packed with over 3 hours of non-stop magic. But here's where it gets even more mind-blowing. Every single performance felt fresh, personal, and once in a lifetime. How? Taylor didn't just rely on her iconic songs. She added something no one saw coming: surprise acoustic performances. Fans were left guessing what hidden gems she'd pull out at each show. The unpredictability created a wave of excitement that kept social media buzzing after every concert. It wasn't just about being there, it was about experiencing something nobody else would ever get to see again. But the stats are what really make this tour legendary. With over $1 billion in ticket sales, Taylor shattered records left and right. This wasn't just the biggest tour of her career, it's the highest-grossing tour of all time. And as if that weren't enough, she also broke records in film and publishing. The Eras Tour concert film, the highest-grossing of its kind, her book, the fastest-selling of the year. The sheer scale of the tour would be intimidating for most artists, but Taylor turned it into a celebration. Fans didn't just attend a concert, they stepped into a world of creativity and connection. Sparkling costumes, jaw-dropping visuals, and a setlist that spanned her entire career. It was everything fans had dreamed of and more. But here's the real question. How did Taylor keep it all so personal, even with millions of fans and massive stadiums? That's where the story gets even better. Stay with me, because in the next section, we'll uncover the genius way Taylor created an unbreakable bond with her fans and turned every one of them into a part of the show. Here's the thing about Taylor Swift: she doesn't just have fans, she has a family. And the Eras Tour proved it in the most unexpected ways. Imagine millions of people, from kids to grandparents, united by a single thread: their love for her music. But how does one artist create such a powerful connection? It's not by accident. Taylor makes every fan feel seen, and she's mastered the art of turning a massive concert into an intimate experience. One of the most unique symbols of this connection is something small but incredibly meaningful: friendship bracelets. Inspired by a single lyric from You're on Your Own, Kid, fans started making and trading these bracelets at every concert. They carried inside jokes, song lyrics, and personal messages, turning what could have been a fleeting event into a lasting memory. And here's the wild part: Taylor herself embraced the trend. At one concert, she told the audience how amazed she was that a single line in a song had become the heartbeat of her tour. But it didn't stop there. The stories of fan dedication are awe-inspiring. Some spent their life savings to see her perform one last time. Others braved canceled flights, endless ticket queues, and astronomical resale prices just to catch a glimpse of her magic. Every performance became a story of its own, one that fans carried with them long after the final note. This wasn't just a concert, it was a safe haven. Fans of all ages, genders, and backgrounds felt welcomed and connected. Little girls trading bracelets with strangers. Fathers wearing sparkles in their hair for their kids. People who had never met sharing tears of joy during All Too Well. It wasn't just Taylor performing on stage. It was the community she created in the stands. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This wasn't just about music or friendship bracelets. Taylor was quietly building something much bigger, something that would ripple far beyond the walls of those stadiums. And in the next section, we'll look at the jaw-dropping impact the Eras Tour had on the world, not just culturally, but economically. What if one artist tour could rival the economic impact of the Super Bowl? Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what Taylor Swift's Eras Tour accomplished. Everywhere she went, cities experienced an economic boom, and the numbers are staggering. Hotels were sold out, restaurants saw record-breaking nights, and airlines added extra flights just to handle the demand. Let's put this into perspective. In every city she performed, Taylor generated millions of dollars in revenue not just from ticket sales but from the ripple effect her shows created. From the hotels packed with fans to the local shops selling concert-inspired outfits, her presence turned ordinary weekends into once-in-a-lifetime events for entire communities. One economist even said she was generating enough money to be a small country. And it didn't stop at economic gains. The Eras Tour became a cultural event. Cities transformed into mini Taylor hubs, with murals, themed parties, and pop-up events all celebrating her arrival. The excitement wasn't just about the concert, it was about being part of something historic. Even major corporations got in on the action. Southwest Airlines ran flights numbered after Taylor's iconic songs, like 1989 and 22. Meanwhile, businesses that had nothing to do with music suddenly saw spikes in sales, simply because they became part of the Taylor Swift ecosystem. But what really sets her apart is the way she shares her success. Did you know she gave $100,000 bonuses to her truck drivers? She also donated to local food banks at every stop on her tour, ensuring her impact wasn't just economic, it was humanitarian. Taylor has always made it clear that her success is a team effort, and she never forgets the people who help make it all possible. Yet, despite all this, there's an even deeper story to how Taylor has turned her name into an unstoppable brand. It's not just about the music, the shows, or even the money. There's a strategy behind her success that's nothing short of genius, and in the next section, we'll uncover the master plan that's kept her at the top for over a decade. Taylor Swift isn't just an artist, she's a phenomenon. But here's the real twist, her success isn't an accident. It's the result of meticulous planning, relentless creativity, and a connection with fans that feels almost supernatural. Taylor has built her career with the precision of a master strategist, and the Eras Tour showed just how far ahead she's thinking. What makes Taylor's brand so powerful? It starts with authenticity. In an age where fans can spot anything fake a mile away, Taylor has built trust by being real through her music, her actions, and even her mistakes. Whether she's writing a heartfelt thank you note to a fan or pausing a performance to acknowledge someone in the crowd, she makes everyone feel like they matter. But that's just the beginning. Taylor's ability to turn her life into a narrative is unmatched. Each album isn't just a collection of songs, it's a chapter in a story fans are invested in. The Eras Tour wasn't just greatest hits show, it was a journey through the stages of her life, woven together with precision. Fans didn't just hear the music, they lived the moments. Her business acumen is just as sharp as her songwriting. Taylor knows how to create scarcity and excitement. Limited edition merchandise? Sold out in minutes. Surprise album drops. Fans stay glued to their phones. She even broke the music industry's norms by re-recording her albums, turning a business dispute into a global movement. And let's not forget her ability to dominate every platform, from Spotify to stadium screens, without ever losing her personal touch. But perhaps her biggest strength is the way she involves her fans in her success. They don't just support her, they feel like they're part of her journey. Every handwritten letter, every Easter egg hidden in a music video, and every surprise she unveils is a nod to her fans. It's her way of saying, "You're not just watching me, you're with me." Still, there's a final piece of this puzzle that ties it all together. Taylor isn't just building a brand for today, she's setting a legacy that will last for generations. And in the next section, we'll reveal how she's changing the rules of entertainment itself, making moves that even industry veterans couldn't predict. Taylor Swift has always been ahead of the curve, but with the Eras Tour, she didn't just play by the rules, she rewrote them. From redefining what it means to be a touring artist to influencing industries far beyond music, Taylor has proven she's not just an entertainer, she's a disruptor. Let's start with the concert film. While many artists release tour documentaries or live recordings, Taylor turned hers into an event. The Eras Tour film wasn't just a bonus for fans who couldn't attend the concerts, it was a standalone phenomenon. With the highest-grossing concert film of all time, she showed that live music could dominate the box office, drawing audiences who felt like they were at the show, even from a theater seat. Then there's her influence on the publishing world. Taylor's upcoming book broke records before it was even released, becoming the fastest-selling title of 2024. Her ability to cross into different mediums and industries isn't just rare, it's unprecedented. She's not just making history, she's rewriting what success looks like for a global artist. And her impact extends to the culture around her. The friendship bracelets, the fashion trends, the themed parties, all of it reflects a fan base so engaged that they've created their own ecosystem. It's not just about Taylor anymore, it's about the world she's inspired. Entire communities have formed around her music, and the emotional resonance of her work has created connections that last far beyond the concerts. But what truly sets her apart is her ability to evolve. Taylor doesn't cling to a single identity. Instead, she embraces change, whether it's shifting genres, re-recording her albums to reclaim ownership, or expanding her influence into industries that have nothing to do with music. This adaptability keeps her not just relevant but untouchable. Here's the real takeaway: Taylor Swift isn't just leading the entertainment industry, she's reshaping it. She's shown that success doesn't have to come at the expense of authenticity or connection. And as her career continues to evolve, she's leaving a blueprint for future artists, a new way of thinking about fame, creativity, and the power of storytelling. But in the final section, we'll answer the most pressing question. After the Eras Tour, what's next for Taylor Swift? Her impact is undeniable, but her ambition is limitless. And the answer might just surprise you. So, what could possibly come after a record-shattering tour, a groundbreaking film, and a legacy cemented in global culture? If there's one thing Taylor Swift has taught us, it's that she always has another move, one that no one sees coming. Taylor's ability to surprise her fans and the world is her signature. Whether it's dropping an unexpected album, re-recording her past works, or partnering with industries outside of music, she knows how to keep her audience on the edge of their seats. The end of the Eras Tour isn't a finale, it's the beginning of her next chapter. Will it be a new musical era? A shift to directing or producing films? Or perhaps an entirely new project that blends art, technology, and storytelling in ways we can't even imagine yet? Whatever it is, you can be sure it will be bold, ambitious, and authentically Taylor. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Taylor's legacy is no longer just about her. It's about the millions of people she's inspired to dream bigger, think creatively, and push boundaries. Her story isn't just about music, it's about rewriting the rules of what's possible. And that's a story we're all part of. If you've made it this far, here's your reward. Taylor's journey is proof that the most impactful stories are the ones that evolve. And while we can only guess what comes next, one thing is certain: the best is yet to come. I want to stay ahead of Taylor's next move. Stay connected and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation alive, because when Taylor's story continues, you'll want to say you were part of it from the start.